Hi guys, here's my budget analysis. I did it on the Criminal Appeals Division of the Utah Attorney General's office. I picked this division of the AG's office because I work for the Child Protection Division and we share cubicle space with them, and I'm always hearing things, and it just sounded really fascinating and something to really delve into with a budget analysis. So starting off with the revenue of the Criminal Appeals Division comes from a general fund, and then the general fund is categorized through many different subcategories. That includes sales assets, fine and forfeitures, sale of services, grants, and transfers from other agencies for a total of $8.8 million, mind you. The ideal mix of these subcategories has been established by the AG's office. The dedicated sales of services that accounts for 65%. Federal grants is, of course, 25%, and transferred revenue rounded off at a good 10%. The political problems with obtaining this ideal is that the Criminal Appeals Division has the toughest job, and that is to uphold the death penalty sentencing for the state of Utah. The death penalty was originally declared unconstitutional in 1972. This was due to the death penalty being unpredictable and erratic in who could be sentenced to death. Then came a case, Craig versus Georgia, in 1976 that allowed Georgia and other states to develop a statute that would narrowly tailor the sentence of death by providing an aggravating list of circumstances for a person to be sentenced to death. The aggravating factors in Utah began as 8, a list of just 8. And over time, that list has grown to over 60 aggravating circumstances to which a person can be sentenced to death. I will include a list of that in my reply down below if you wanted to take a look at it and see what you thought of it. I also was able to see that the response from voters on the death penalty is a good 50-50. There are many different circumstances regarding why this is so. The top one is that it costs a lot to put somebody to death. It's costing over about $3 million to put somebody to death, and that's per year, per person, and we currently have 6 people on death row. So that's where it gets a little crazy. The expenses for the Criminal Appeals Division come from many different areas: data processing, personnel services, current expenses, and others. The biggest expense that the Criminal Appeals Division has is employee compensation. They have about 25 people in the division, and so they have to provide services for those people. So they need to provide benefits, compensation, retirement, all of that jazz in that area. So the improvements that the Attorney General's office need to make would be accountability and transparency, a comprehensive employee evaluation system, and a case and document management system that is up to date with the advances in technology today. So that is the Attorney General's office, Criminal Appeals Division, and like I said, they have a tough job. Many of them I've heard say they won't see a person put to death while they're employed there because it takes so long. I spoke with Melanie Haney at the Court of Appeals. She is a clerk up there, or a law clerk up there. I believe that's what her position is. I can't remember what it is currently off the top of my head, but that's what she said. It takes 35 plus years to sentence somebody to death, and to get them finally to that point. There's just so many steps involved in that criminal appeals process, and the Attorney General's Criminal Appeals Division helps with that. So it was a very interesting time. I think even the Writing Center People had fun reading my paper. They were really interested in it because they were more English majors than into politics. So, but for the most part, they were like, wow, I didn't know that. So it was fun, and I hope you all enjoy my video, and I look forward to seeing all of yours. Have a great day. Bye.